Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, and happy Saturday. Yes, it's Saturday. It is the weekend. I hope everybody is having a great day and a wonderful start to the weekend. Oh my goodness. I know it's been a hot minute since you have gotten anything other than a motivational mornings video from me. Is my hair sticking up? Okay. But I'm here to finally discuss this week's claim to fame. This was an episode. Okay, so let's get right into it. We start off with Danny and Adam. Danny is saying, listen, I don't trust Adam. I'll trust Adam because, number one, he took out Naomi. And that was, I guess, a surprise to them. And it was kind of a little bit of a surprise to me because they were in their, they were in a little alliance. Danny gave Adam info about who Dedrick's relative is. Also, meaning he just told him straight out, like, it's Michael Jackson. But Adam, remember, Adam wanted to see the whole clue. And he was saying, I don't trust, if he doesn't show me the whole clue, I don't trust that that's the clue. So Danny, rightfully so, feels like Adam is calling him a liar, which he doesn't take kindly to. I wouldn't take kindly to either. So when Adam comes in the room, Danny shows him like a little piece of it, like a little piece of the actual clue, and calls him a stupid little man. Well, Adam doesn't like that either, which, listen, I'm not a fan of Adam, but I wouldn't like if somebody called me stupid either. But the thing that I don't understand about Adam is, why would you think Danny is shady for not showing you the clue? I mean, he told you who it was. He told you everything that was on it, and he told you who the relative was. And it was a credible relative too, because it's not like, he said Michael Jackson. That information that came from Naomi when Naomi told them that Dedrick referred to himself as Mr. Jackson. I mean, that should make it a very plausible, you know, answer as to who is his relative. It's not like he was like, it's not like he put some off the wall person like, Dedrick's relative is, you know, King Charles or, you know, something like, what? So that I don't understand, but I think I'm on the side of Danny. I'm just saying, absolutely correct, Danny, is what I've written. Absolutely correct, Danny. So Danny and Shane are talking. They're in alliance together. They're going to talk to Dedrick, make sure he's on the same page, and maybe pull HUD in. They're talking about like the goal of the challenge. So the goal of the challenge today is winning the challenge so they can get Adam's clue. And Adam's talking like away from everybody, and he's like, I didn't want everyone to know that I gave Adam information on Naomi, but he decided to put it out there. So now to everybody else, I'm a snake in the grass, and maybe I can't be trusted with people. Danny talks to HUD about their plan to take down Adam. I didn't understand that when they decided to take HUD in. The reason why I'm saying that is because he's very tight with Adam. And the reason why HUD wanted Naomi out was because of the lack of loyalty to the alliance. So that's why that kind of struck me as like, why would you tell him, how do you not know that Adam, or that HUD could go right back to Adam and be like, hey, this is what their plan is. Danny said, listen, I know that he's the mastermind of that duo. Do you think so? I mean, that's a no-duh. He wants to keep Adam around, or keep HUD around to benefit him, and then maybe he can bring him over to the dark side, their side. Shane talks to Dedrick, tells him that himself, Mackenzie, and Danny have a plan for the challenge. Listen, whoever is on Adam's team, they need to sandbag him so that he loses. Dedrick's like, that sounds good. I could be down with that. A little bit later on, he's like, you gotta watch Shane. You gotta watch out for him. But he trusts Shane more than he trusts Adam and HUD. Listen, at this point, you can't trust anybody. You're getting down to 6 people. You can't trust anybody. Adam and Mackenzie are talking, and Adam really said to Mackenzie, I'm good at reading things. I'm good at picking up on clues. And then continue to push the narrative that, no, Dedrick isn't related to Michael Jackson. I see him being more related to Randy Jackson, because there was something up there for a judge, and there was something up there for an American flag, like American Idol. Listen, here's the thing. He's either that dumb or it's a ploy. Like he's trying to act dumb. I don't know. See, the bigger get here is if you get somebody on there who's related to, who's the bigger celebrity? Randy Jackson or Michael Jackson? See what I mean? Like, that makes sense. So while he's talking to Mackenzie, he's like, well, my celebrity relative babysat Paul Abdul when he moved out to, when they moved out to Hollywood, just as a side hustle, like a side gig. And then on the wall, on the clue wall is a lightning bolt. And he's like, he points at it and he's like, this could have something to do with David Bowie. Who there would be related to David Bowie? So because we all know lightning bolt is for his relative. Mackenzie, away from everybody, says that, listen, Adam's all over the place. He says he knows who everybody is. He has no idea who anybody is. And most importantly, she has no idea who he's related to. So he has to go. He has to be the one to go. So then a little bit later on, Shane, Mackenzie, and HUD, they're talking about their plan to get Adam out. HUD's shaking his head in agreement, but he's not saying much, which in my mind is like, oh, he's taking this in and he's going to go tell Adam. I have here would never do that because HUD is all about allegiance to that alliance. Yeah, I was thinking he's never going to do that because he's very loyal to that alliance and to Adam. Mackenzie mentions how Adam had said, hey, my relative babysat for Paul Abdul. So it can't be Owen Wilson that he's related to because Paul Abdul's older than Owen Wilson, and which makes sense. Danny says, hey, listen, he could just be saying that to redirect everyone. So it seems like Danny was it Danny or Shane? One of them had said that. So it looks like they're kind of married to the fact that he's related to Owen Wilson. He's not. HUD, listen, forget about me saying, I don't know. I think HUD is just so set in stone in that alliance. He's not, because he's like, I'm working with everyone. He tells Adam, he goes back to Adam and tells Adam that to protect each other, if they're capped to, what did I say? He tells Adam that to protect protect each other. If either are captains, then be on different teams. Okay, yeah, so if one of them is picked as a captain, then don't pick the other one. And this money, listen, HUD, the money is a very real thing for HUD. It looks like he's going to do anything and everything, as is everybody else in this show. Okay, so the challenge comes up. It's the Wheel of Senses. Everybody's blindfolded. You have to identify the clue. The winner gets no immunity, and the lowest scoring team, it's a team of two, is on the block for guesser. So instead of being able to pick teams, you have to pick balls out of a bag. And whoever has the same colored balls, then you're on the same team. Well, that absolutely did not work out great for HUD, who didn't want to be on Adam's team, but they picked the same ball, so they're on the same team. It's Adam and HUD, Shane and Dedrick, and Mackenzie and Danny. Okay, so they put on blindfolds. They have to tell you what the clue is. Now, each clue has something to do with one of the relatives. And this has to be an act. I don't know that somebody could be this dumb, but I'm thinking that they're bringing napalm on TV, that there's napalm on TV. And then in the sound, it was like a jungle sound. He said Jumanji. So because of those two, he thinks that somebody is related to Robin Williams, you know, because of Good Morning Vietnam and Jumanji. And HUD was like, are you fucking kidding me? So there were sound clues where you had to tell them what you heard. Those clues were for Michael Jackson. The touch station was definitely Adam's. It was the lightning bolt. It was the long-haired wig, the mullet. Adam was really trying to throw HUD off of that. And the melon and the corn dog, those were for HUD. I get the melon because John Mellencamp, but I don't get the corn dogs unless it's like you eat corn dogs at camp or something. Mackenzie thinks that has to do with HUD, and she thinks he's related to a singer. He's like, it's not Brittany or Justin, but it's someone along those lines like pop. So she has something there. Okay, so they total the scores up. The bottom two are Shane and Dedrick. There's a tie between the two other teams for winners. So they went to whoever answered the fastest. And as it turns out, it was Adam and HUD, which amazes me. Listen, that was not because of anything Adam put in. It's because of HUD. There's no immunity for them, but they do get a wine clue. So HUD's pissed at this because, listen, he won, but so did Adam. But here's the thing. HUD could have tanked it. He could have given wrong answers, and he could have tried to persuaded he could have persuaded Adam to also give wrong answers. So I mean, he could have tanked. So now HUD is like, well, I have to go out there and smooth everything over with everybody else because I'm with Adam and we win. I should have tanked. Danny doesn't want Dedrick to leave the house because that's the one person that he figured out, that he knows who it is. Shane and Mackenzie are talking. Listen, she knows that he has her clue. So she asks, who is it? Do you know who it is? And he says, I know who it is, but I don't know their name, which he doesn't. I don't think he knows who it is. I don't even know that he even has a picture in his head of who it is, because Trace Adkins, once again, country singers. I'm thinking if you're on that show, the only way I think that you're going to know Trace Adkins is if you're very big into country. Like, I'm not super big into country, but I've heard of Trace Adkins. But if you're not that big in the country, I'm thinking the country singers you're gonna know are gonna be like Luke Bryan, or for women, Reba McEntire, or Blake Shelton, Garth Brooks. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be Trace Adkins. That's just, he's not as like well known, like by mainstream media, by mainstream people, by like everybody. Or like for women, it would be like Carrie Underwood, or like somebody like that. Or who else? Somebody like that. So that's why I don't think he knows. I don't think he even has any kind of idea on a name. He says, like I said, he said he knows who she's related to, and he thinks. Wait, am I getting ahead of myself? I am. Hold on. He's not. He knows who it is. He can't think of who it is. He's not going to ask anyone. She's really afraid that if he's a guesser, that she'll be the target. Mackenzie then immediately goes on the offensive and starts her campaign to get Dedrick as the guesser. She talks to Adam and Hud. And now all of a sudden she's working with them to break up Danny and Shane. She really flipped there quickly. Shane talks to Adam and Hud, and he says, listen, I'm not going to pick either one of you. I'm going to pick Mackenzie. He says, I know who she's related to. And he thinks, hey, listen, they want to keep her around, so they'll put Dedrick up to save her. And then in here, Shane throwing Danny under the bus for them to pick Danny's clue. Cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded. But this late in the game, everybody's cold-blooded. So Adam and Hud discuss which clue to pick. Hud thinks that they should get Danny's clue because nobody knows anything about him. And that really makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Until Adam suggests that they just pick his clue. They pick Adam's clue. And you can tell that just doesn't sit right with Hud. And then, if that's not enough, doesn't Adam then think that he would be the only one that would look at his clue and not Hud? Excuse me, but without Hud, you wouldn't even be there because you were saying it was napalm. You wouldn't have even been there. And off camera, Hud's like, no, I'm going to get to look at it too, and I'm going to show it to people. So Hud goes to Danny and tells him, hey, listen, Adam wants us to pull his clue. Danny's like, yeah, do it. You can bring it to me, and then we can share it. We can brainstorm. We can get him out tonight. So they're picking the wine clue. And I'm fully thinking they're going to get Adam. They decide to go with Danny. And Adam gives in. Adam decides to pick it because of spite. Because Danny called him. He didn't like how Danny was to him. He didn't like that he called him stupid. And he doesn't like that he didn't show him the clue that he has. So he's like, yeah, let's pull it. So the only thing that I was able to get from this was the J on the low. It's for J-Lo. And that's what got them too. That's what sold them, and is to thinking, well, it's somebody who was with J-Lo, but neither one of them know who J-Lo was married to. So they go, so Shane and Adam are talking. And Shane is like, so did you pick your own clue? And he's like, yeah. And after that, he went and told Hud. Hud was like, listen, I told you not to say anything. Like, if they ask, who did you pick? Don't say anything at all. His big mouth is like, yeah, pick me. Well, then they're going to be expecting Hud to then show them this clue. And he's not going to be able to. So Shane tells Dedrick, listen, hey, the majority of the people are going to be voting for you. And Dedrick was like, okay. HUD takes the clue to Mackenzie. Danny's clue to Mackenzie. Get help with clue so he can give information to Dedrick to get Danny out. So Danny is the target. Danny's the target. The only person Mackenzie can come up with that she was married to is Ben Affleck. She then comes up with a singer by the name of Mark, but it's not Anthony. She's thinking Mark Ronson. HUD is like, so, okay, so then HUD goes in to talk to Adam, and they're like, they tells him everything, and HUD's like, wait a minute, she was married to a Latin singer. Now, this is where I was confused, because Adam then says, Mark Anthony. Where did this knowledge come from? Like, are you all of a sudden Rain Man and you're spitting out like truths? I didn't understand. See what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is he just playing stupid and he knows stuff? I was blown away when he said Mark Anthony, but HUD is like, I don't know if that's right, because all this other shit that he said in the past is ridiculous. So if Adam was, like I said, I have written here, if Adam was to be able to come up with Mark Anthony, is he just playing dumb on all the other things he said? I don't know. But Mackenzie is very certain that Dedrick is going to be picking Danny. Danny's going to be out of it. He's certain. She's certain about this, as is everybody else. Okay. So guess off. Who's the guesser? The guesser, of course, is Dedrick. Who does Dedrick target? Everybody's thinking Danny. It's going to be Danny. It's Danny. It's not. It's Adam. He targets Adam to everybody's surprise, especially to Adam's verbal surprise. Like, you could tell. And the flashbacks show Dedrick and Danny looking at the clue wall. They see a red car. Dedrick's like, maybe it's not little red Corvette. Maybe it's just a car. Who was the voice of Lightning McQueen in the animated movie Cars? It was Owen Wilson. Oh, okay. Plus there's a whale and a sun on the board. Wilson. Okay. So they are really sold on the fact. They sold it. They bought it. And they are married to this idea that Adam is related to Owen Wilson. So he gets up there. Your claim to fame is Owen Wilson. Nope. Nope. And it's wrong. So they reveal who Dedrick is related to. His celebrity relative is a surprise to absolutely no one except Adam. And it, of course, was Michael Jackson, was the iconic King Pop Michael Jackson. So Danny lives another day. Adam is going into next week. Adam is target number 1. And next week, HUD says if he wins, he's picking Adam. Mackenzie says she needs Shane gone. And Adam thinks, listen, the whole house knows who he's related to. Because it looks like maybe somebody picks his clue. He's related to Michael Bolton. If I was Michael Bolton, I would be damned ashamed. So anyways, okay. Finally, there we go. The recap and the rant and my opinions about claim to fame. So listen, tell me in the comments if you watched what you thought. If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. Please take care of one another. Also, please be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, please stay safe. Also, if it's super hot where you're at, please hydrate often with water. And if you are in the path of that, of tropical storm DEBBY, not IE, please stay safe and know that Dolly and I are sending prayers, love, and many positive thoughts and vibes. Love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.